Hello, my darling. Are you ready for part two?
Oh yes, I'm definitely ready for part two. Let's go. I can't
Oh
wait.
my God. Oh my God. All right, my darlings, we are back. Hello, Fumi Nation. We are back with part two, and we are on with the Diddy saga. You have to drop it down in the comments and let us know what you thought about this docu-series on Netflix. Baby girl, continue.
Love the way they build the story because
Yes.
let's keep it real. Diddy was introduced to the whole that white party and freak off scene. His mother was the first instigator of it because they touched on it in the beginning. His mum used to throw these parties where there were pimps, there were gangsters, there were and I'm thinking, when a party's going on late in the night, you've got all these people and all this liquor. What do you think's happening? Where would Diddy have seen that first?
Well, she
Diddy's
was having parties. She was having this
exactly,
sort of big Donna Summer, Diana Ross gangster parties. The gangsters
exactly.
were rolling up in there. She had a stage in her house where that was where you got up to come and dance. You know, she was making drops. She was like, you know what? You guys stay in the car. I'll be right back. You just stay in the car. I'll be right back. She was making drops. Kirk Boros said that they've been friends since they were little boys, and how Diddy investigated on how the father passed away. He knew that the father was a gangster, that he was in this drug kind of business. That was how he grew up. To have your father, not be in your life is one thing. To have your father pass away, when you're a young child is another thing. To find out that your father was in the drug cartel industry is yet another thing. You want to
Exactly.
measure up to your father in some way, shape, or form. He's absent. You go to school, you see other dads coming, you know the kind of life you grew up in. And you know what made it very resounding for me?
Mm.
Throughout the documentary, they never talked about Diddy's sister. You know, he has a sister.
Do you know, I only just found that out. I only saw it on social media. I was like, a sister, wait a minute. Why
She
have
was
we
only
never heard of her?
oh yes, the sister never wanted any parts. That's just the only way I can digest all of this. She didn't want parts with the mother. She didn't want parts with the brother because the brother grew up like the father. And again, like I've said, that is how Christian Combs. Let me just make sure that I got the right child. Justin Combs. Justin Combs loves his father to no end. And Diddy has manipulated all of his children, but the most Justin. Justin loves his father. And there was an incident where little main man was there, and there was a guy that was deleted in the bathroom, bled out onto the street, where the ambulance came to come and take him, and he passed away, I think, a few days after.
Mm-hmm.
Justin in there with him. And it lets me really confirm a couple of things, that all of this R&R and girls and all this drugging and everything, the boys were there.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
boys were there, but Justin has taken it to heart more than all of them.
100%. And I think, and it's really interesting that they now brought up, because this guy, is it Wolf Jones, that they're now saying is apparently Justin's real biological father. And the pictures are picturing. Have you seen that? There's a guy called Wolf Jones. Please Google it. They're saying that is, because if you think about it, this Justin looks nothing like Diddy. I know his mum is light skinned, but Misha Hilton, I think is her name.
She was the stylist of the stylist of the stylist back in the day. Misa was the it.
Yes,
So she loves her son, but it
exactly.
was fortunate because her son is mixed up with the father.
Yeah. You see, it wouldn't surprise me at all if Diddy did know that Wolf was Justin's father. I think he is that much, like you said, of a psychopath that if he knew, he's probably always made this boy have to fight for his love, because Justin almost took a DUI charge, a drunk driving charge for his father just a few months before Diddy was arrested. And I remember that's when Misa came out and said, enough, I'm sick of it. Like, wait till I expose what you're really all about. And this also touches on something else that we spoke about. Let's look at all the women that Diddy were. He went for high accomplished. These were career women. Like you just said about Mita, who she was. She was a stylist to all of them. And in the beginning of the video, Eric Sermon as well, back in the day, he was big. I remember Eric Sermon back in the day. He was a big artist. And apparently Diddy really liked Misa because I don't know, her and Eric had some kind of friendship and he went into almost like steal Eric's girl. So that's
Well, he did that with all of them.
all of the
I will
girls.
pick your girl.
Exactly. So he did that with all of the girls. But what I want to touch on here is Misa was, you know, an independent career woman. So was Kim Porter. She was an independent career woman. But by the end of it, these women couldn't eat without Diddy. So when I hear, and I just watched a video this morning of a 38-year-old woman say, no, she's 37. She said, I'm 37 with 2 children. And my husband's told me he wants a divorce. She said, I've been a stay-at-home wife for 10 years. And I pay for everything on the American Express and my husband pays for the card. Now my husband has told me to go and get my own American Express card. So she said, or start using my own money. She said, what money? This is the money I use, the money that you bring in. I say all that to say, it doesn't matter. I don't care how rich you are. And now I'm standing 10 toes on this. Doesn't matter how rich the man is, how wonderful. Start building your own nest. Even if the man tells you he doesn't want to work, I'm sorry, I don't care. Have your own somewhere so you can stand on your own 2 feet. Shawnee O'Neal said it. And apparently, what's his name? The big butt Shaquille O'Neal, her husband, said the reason that he divorced her was because he found out she was put in a nest. I was thinking, that's a smart woman. That is a smart woman. He said that's the reason he divorced her. And then later on, once his ego had subsided, he came round and said, oh, actually, no. You know what? She was a good woman. She did the right thing. Ladies, I don't care what this man promises you and offers you. Make sure you're building your own, because by the end of it, these women were tied to Diddy. I don't think they could eat, do anything without he say so.
I have told Fumi Nation, and I tell them all the time, and sometimes I feel like I'm a broken record. All of us have a gift and a talent. All of us have something where you can make some kind of money, even if it is braiding hair. Maybe it is sweeping houses. I don't care. Save your money. Exactly. Make sure you're financially dependent on you. That you don't have to come into the house and you'll be asking for the receipt of the supermarket of the items that you bought on the grocery list. And tell you, why did you buy this? Why did you do whatever? Don't ever be in that situation that somebody is asking you to bring the receipt of the groceries. Don't ever rely on a man. Exactly. Make sure you have yours. And I'm in a good marriage. Exactly. I'm in a good marriage. I'm very happy. Have yours for the day that will come unexpectedly. In the docu-series, it said, well, there are 2 things that I want to say, but I'll say this one first. Diddy had the capability of changing your life overnight. He had the capability.
Yes.
He was in a car, and guys, please correct me if I'm wrong. He was transferring $200 million into an account. The bank was waiting for him. It was staying open, waiting for him to make the transfer. He was speaking to his lady friend. I don't know whether that was Love's mother. You know, the last child he has. She has 8 children. I don't know whether she was going to get a part of it, but he had the 200 million of which he was going to transfer to the account. That kind of money is life-changing. 1 million, half a million is life-changing.
Exactly.
It could change their lives overnight. I don't agree with Kim Porter and other girls that he was with. I don't agree with any one of them. I feel that it's really bad. Or maybe I'm just somebody that my principles are. I could never have left the guys I was dating to go to Diddy because of the money. I wouldn't have done it. I just would not have done it. I know you got the money. I know you have money. I wouldn't have left him. I would not have left Ula to go to Diddy. Let me stay with my swim champion here. Would I be flattered? Yes. But that money, it also shows the girls as well.
Yeah. Well, okay, so it depends because Albie Shaw came out and said him and Kim Porter had broken up. So on that basis, and it's not like Albie Shaw and Diddy were friends. Albie Shaw was just an artist. So it just so happens that Diddy likes going for the flavor of the month. So it's not like he took Kim Porter away from Albie Shaw. Albie Shaw and Kim Porter had been married, divorced, separated, and then he started dating Kim Porter. So on that basis, I'm just like, they were finished. He moved on. And
that means it's not fair to say he took Kim from Albie Shaw.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
There you go.
Yeah. No, I don't think he did. But I think what we're seeing is a pattern that 50, and this is why I say it's about insecurity. I don't think Diddy can look at a woman. I think there's multiple things here. I think Diddy's sexuality is confused, but not necessarily because he genuinely likes men, but I think it's confused and it's all very much intertwined with his lack of knowledge of self. And so I don't think Diddy can look at a woman and decide on his own, I think she's hot. I don't think Diddy has a type. I think Diddy's type is whoever he views as somebody else, whoever his opponent or competition is that says, oh, that woman's hot, that's who Diddy wants.
Yeah.
So it's not about like, oh, I find her attractive. It's, oh, he finds her attractive. So that must mean this is what the world views as attractive. So let me bring this woman into my orbit. Because once again, it's going to make me look good. It goes back to his psychotic tendencies. That's what I got from this.
I agree with you across the board. Like I said, Diddy does not do anything without a reason.
Yes.
It has to benefit him.
Exactly.
He does not love anybody unless it benefits him.
Mm-hmm.
Once it benefits him, I love you, you're fabulous, I can give you money so that everybody can look good. I remember when himself and Cassie went to the Met Gala, and he was lying down on the carpet as if to say, give homage all to Cassie. Cassie, it's you. And Cassie looked short of irritated. And I kept on wondering why. And I was saying to myself, maybe they quarreled before they got onto the red. And he was trying to make up for her, not knowing that it was all of this. And Cassie was like, he's not even doing it for me, it's show for himself.
Yes, exactly.
Do you see what I mean? And so that was how, when I really, really watched this docuseries of what he did, of how manipulative he was, I realized that, Diddy, this is the end for you. You wrote the ending to your story.
Yeah.
You can get away with this for as long as you can get away with it. And after that, it's done.
Yeah.
You have used everybody in your life. The only person that is not speaking is Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer touched it like this and said, I'm out. Yeah. I want my career. I don't need you, brah. Making her own money. She was out. He used his family. And I don't know. I think he's asexual. I think that he likes freak offs because he has to get to a certain level of almost blinding mentally ecstasy.
Yes, exactly. It's not even sexual.
And whatever can take him there will take him there.
Exactly.
And part of his mental instability is seeing men brought down, belittled. The way perhaps they belittled and killed his father in the park.
Maybe.
Somehow.
Maybe. I think you're right. He likes to see people belittled because there have been times where we'd heard that him and another man had urinated all over Cassie's face.
That's not only that, he takes the sperm and rubs it on his body and sleeps with it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right in what you said about it's not even sexual. The way I viewed it, I was like, it's ritualistic. There's almost something, he's harnessing energy. That's what I get. Yeah. I'm like, there's something very dark and devious.
He's a vampire.
Yes, he's a dark, devious entity because even that guy came out and said, when he asked them, he said, what are you guys doing with my semen? Because the guy's just like, I mean, I know you're paying me, but what are you doing with it? And they said, oh, he said, I just like to watch her drink it. That's what he said. But like you said, come to find out he's rubbing it on himself. And then after that, they said he never asked for it again.
No, because the man had peeped him.
Yes, he'd been rumbled. Exactly.
And so he said, oh no. Do you think that as he paid for the £1,000, $1,000 for the Thanksgiving dinner in the prison was for the prisoners? It was for him.
So. Of course, it's the visuals. It's like, yeah, let's show that he's a reformed character.
No.
Oh.
It's for him, for favor.
Yeah. Yes.
He knew this was coming out. And he said, you know what? I'm going to need some allies in here. I'm going to be here a minute. Let me have people in here and let it be said outside that I did this. He can afford it. You have to understand that there were people that loved Biggie. There were people that loved Tupac. Remember, I'm in my 50s. As a matter of fact, Diddy and I are the same age.
Oh.
We're both 56. We're both born 1969. I'm older than Diddy upon reflection because Diddy's birthday is in December. Mine is in April.
No, Diddy's birthday, is it December or is it November? November 4th. I know he's a Scorpio. Diddy's a Scorpio.
Stinging the tail. That tells you. That tells you everything. And you're right. You are absolutely right. Because I know his birthday is later on in the year. 4th of November, 1969. I'm April 1969.
Okay.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 7.
Diddy knows that money is energy. I don't even think that Diddy cares for money. And he showed us that when he gave that Craig Mack that $100. But then at the same time, they said Diddy would think nothing of it. Apparently, I think in one shopping spree, I had heard rumors that he'd spent up to 8 million on Cassie in one single shopping spree.
He did the same thing with the other girl. He took Young Miami to Chanel, spent that kind of coin. Oh yeah, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, nothing to it.
Nothing, yeah. And apparently from prison, he's still paying a lot of people's rent, still looking after a lot of people, still making chess. And this is apparently why they were so stringent. And apparently Cassie had pleaded with the judge not to let him out on bail because she was like, I don't know what he's capable of.
Well, you saw what happened with Danity King. When one of them was fighting custody for her child, she needed $5,000 and he said, I ain't got it. And yet she was the first person he called when he wanted somebody to stand in defense for him when he was in New York. And she said, the very same person that came to you and asked for help.
And she said to him, and I wish they would have elaborated on that a bit more. She said, that's messed up. But what I would have
messed up.
All right, Auntie Fumi, right. I think we have dissected that section enough. Let's take it to part 3.
Let us take it to part 3, my darlings. You're absolutely right. Mwah. I love you. God bless.